So the Toronto Raptors beat the Milwaukee Bucks in Game 2 in a thrilling victory. Kyle Lowry steps up and hits the game-winning shot. Guys, this has been a lot of fun. The Raptors are going to bring it all home. I really do believe that this is the Raptors' time. We're going to win this maybe in 6 or 7. Tonight, the Raptors edged out a close contest to pull it out in the end.
Filming right
All
now.
right, I just had it.
No, that was great. That was great.
That was good. That was good, man. That was awesome.
All right, we're rolling.
Are we rolling?
Yeah.
We're rolling.
So
the Raptors are rolling right now.
I know.
Hey guys, make sure, like when you're talking to your
Hi, we're back. Raptors Fan TV.
Ben Norman Davies. Ben Norman.
Full.
Yeah, I don't go by, Ben Davies. I go by Ben Norman Davies. Thank you very much.
Is the TTC that way?
TTC is.
Anyway, we're doing our walk to the subway review. I've been told I can't call it the tube anymore because you guys don't call it a tube. So
TV, baby.
So, Mr. Raptors fan, how are you doing after that?
For me, I'm doing really well. The Raptors came through and had a clutch victory over the Milwaukee Bucks. How did this happen? Serge Ibaka stepped in, probably shot more threes than I would have liked, but he had some clutch block shots. Kyle Lowry turned around his game. He was abysmal, to say the least, in Game 1. He had 4 points. Yeah. Tonight, he exploded, and he had some help. You look at what DeMar DeRozan did tonight. DeMar's actually been pretty consistent. Really, every game, you really have a good idea of what DeMar is going to do. But for me, it's the other guys. JV came in, chipped in, and had some points. You look at, Corey Joseph. He was solid tonight. There was just a lot of guys that stepped in and did their job. And for me, you can't rely on the isolation of Kyle Lowry or DeMar DeRozan. They're great players, don't get me wrong. But if a team focuses in on that, you've got to pass. And if you just keep forcing shots, it's not going to work. You've got to play a team game. And for me, this is going to sound ridiculous, but Kyle Lowry started hitting some shots. And when he does that, we win games.
You're so right. But here's one of my concerns, all right? There's no denying that tonight we're firing much better tonight, and we're looking like the team rolled. But this is still Milwaukee. Should everything be this close? We just spoke to a guy that said he was disappointed. Are we just comparing this was a good performance because of what Game 1 was like? Can we consider the fact that we're getting close to Milwaukee twice good?
Absolutely. And you want to know why? Because we're playing a very competitive team that has an incredible talent in that Greek freak guy. He's 22. Yeah. He's going to be the next LeBron James.
Wow, really?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about with this guy. He's that good. When you talk about Greg Monroe, we were talking earlier about that guy, Matthew Dellavedova. Yeah. He's a pest. Everyone hates him. I hate him as well. But you know what? He won a championship on Cleveland last year. They're a team. And you know what? Jason Kidd is a hell of a coach. I don't mind saying it. He was the guy that beat us when we played Brooklyn. He was the coach that year. Yeah, so you know what? Milwaukee, they've got a hell of a team. And if you thought it was going to be easy, it's not going to be easy. You got to come and earn it. In the NBA, it's hard. So for the Toronto Raptors to get it. It's not just going to be given to them. They've got to be able to step up and take it. And tonight was the first time, in the series that they've really done that. Mm-hmm.
Well, you and me talked about this a bit tonight, and the huge debate is always going on. Has been with landing Ibaka. Does this put us in a position to go that step further than we've ever been? Put it over Cleveland. Dude, I think tonight he showed exactly how we can do that.
Absolutely. Because
he looks like if DeRozan's our answer for LeBron, they don't have two LeBrons on Cleveland. Now, I'm not saying that DeRozan and Ibaka are LeBron James, but two of them are better than one LeBron James.
Well, absolutely. When you talk about Serge Ibaka and what he means to this Raptors team, you're talking about the missing piece for the Raptors. He's a guy that is a defensive presence. He's a stopper. He blocks shots. Man, he was hitting threes tonight. Like, he's a guy that is capable of completely filling up the lane. He's the missing piece that the Raptors have kind of always needed. And it was funny. I was talking to a fan earlier tonight about Ibaka is the type of player that doesn't come around too often. Like we might have never in the franchise of the Raptors had a guy like Serge Ibaka on the team. Like, you think about like maybe Antonio Davis, Chris Bosh, a Keon Clark, maybe a Marcus Camby could be somebody that you could compare him to. Yeah. But the guy that's close is maybe Biyombo last year because he was defensive minded. He was a guy that can, block shots.
But he couldn't shoot.
But he couldn't shoot. So to have a guy that can do what Biyombo was doing last year, which Ibaka can do, and on top of that, also kick back and hit the three, have a couple jumpers, dunk on a guy's face, it's exactly what the Raptors were missing. And to play defense on that, it's just unreal. And listen, for me, it's been a pleasure. I think the Raptors really have a shot this year, and tonight showed why.
We go into game 3?
We have game 3 more.
In Milwaukee. Are we going to walk... I'm not too sure we're going to walk away with Milwaukee with 2 wins.
You don't think so?
No, I don't. And again, that I was slagging off Milwaukee 2 seconds ago, and it's because I think... And I just think because we haven't seemed to find that 5th gear yet. We just seem to be, and we were terrible in the first game. We seem to just be in 4th gear. We haven't seen that one where, last season when we just, you need to pull it out against the Pacers, and you just saw them go into that other gear. I don't think we found that yet, so I can see, and Milwaukee are. I think Milwaukee are playing at their top level, so I don't know. What, you think we can take them both times?
This is going to sound funny, but we're better than Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah.
And I think we're starting to kind of get that. I think the momentum is going to shift dramatically, and we're a better road team than we actually are a home team. For me, the Raptors are going to smell blood, and if they win that next game, they're going to go for it. And I think we'll win this in 6. But I think it's this next game. If they win the next game in Milwaukee, they're going to smell blood and they're going to go for it. And that's what I think.
I hope so too. All right, so that's it. If you like what you saw, guys, please remember to leave a comment, like, and don't forget to subscribe. And also check out Ben's videos. They're going to be just there, and see what we did tonight. Right, we'll see you at game 3.
Peace out. Go Raps, go.